So we just watched the video before the sunset ends. Where did you shoot that?
I shot that in Marina Guinness's house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think yeah, like that sort of seems to be a nice little haven for artists in Ireland. Like there was a lot of different artists working there, and I think Nina Hines just did her video there before I did.
I think
so Marina's very generous
for a bit as well, wasn't he?
Huh?
Everybody seems to be drifting through that place. It's
yeah,
a little bohemian one-stop shop. Yeah, so you're in Berlin now, so I guess you're playing dates over there. You're touring the EP starting in May, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm touring. The EP is just being released in England and Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing I'm doing a few shows in London, and I'm like playing Rough Trade, which is really nice.
Cool.
On the 30th of April, and then I'm going to Ireland for a few dates, and then I'll be touring a bit of Germany just like for fun, more than to.
But also, I presume there's somewhere we can get the record online.
Yeah. Sorry, it's.
So you want to plug that? That's
yeah.
perfect. We'll stick it up on the side anyway as well. So you're starting off in Dublin 1st of May.
On the 1st of May, I'm playing in the Workman's, and then the 2nd in Burke's in Limerick.
Cool.
And then the 4th in Murphy's in Thomastown, Kilkenny. And then the 5th in Galway in Monrose.
Okay, they're all great venues actually. I think Monrose just won itself some sort of a live venue award here.
Yeah.
Cool. So and then it's an EP. It's 6 tracks. It's long for an EP. Why did you go with 6 tracks, or did you have?
Sorry, say that again.
How come you went with a 6-track EP, which is kind of long these days for an EP?
It was it was going to be a 12-track album, and then I cut it down. So it just seems like these 6 songs fit together in a theme. You know, they were like when I was writing writing these songs and traveling, as you say, I was really into folk stories, and it's basically what it is. Last year, I played a show in the middle of Germany, and it was in December, and it was like really snowy, and it was like the Black Forest and really old kind of beautiful little houses, and I realized that imagery, the Hans Christian Andersen kind of thing, is exactly kind of what was in my mind a lot of the time, like these very dark and gruesome European folk stories, and then actually the guy that I was staying with, he was a bit of a kind of cowboy, and he had I was playing in a biker bar in a biker residence, so there was sort of all this kind of very Western regalia, and he brought me around in his pickup truck, and I kind of thought, yeah, because there's the Western, I love kind of Western music and visuals and stuff, imagery.
Yeah.
So I thought, and you can hear that in the record. There's definitely a kind of Tex-Mex
thing.
So it's basically like Hans Christian Andersen meets Ennio Morricone. That's what I thought.
I was gonna say. I mean, there definitely is, and I suppose there is that kind of lonesome traveling kind of folk music that is pan global. In a weird way. I mean, even people like Nick Cave have touched on those sort of subjects, which are kind of universal if you're moving around a lot. And that sharing of different sort of musical styles will happen inevitably. Not always necessarily in a circus context, but obviously it works best in that sort of environment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to have a look now at the video for I See a Demon, which is, I love this. It's one of the other tracks of it. I don't know if you've got a plan to put it out as a single, but I guess nowadays...
it was the B-side for a single I put out last summer, my single "Smoking Like the Barrel of a Gun."
Right.
So yeah, I'm just regurgitating the same songs.
Well, it's working great. Also, I mean, look, I suppose at the end of the day, it's almost weird to be having a conversation about a single with anybody, because every track is going to be available. Everybody's going to find their own tracks.
Exactly, and actually,
which is a healthy thing, I think.
Yeah, and it's funny because this rock show on BBC played. We sent them "Smoking Like the Barrel of a Gun" because it's really pretty straightforward rock and roll. but they really took to I See a Demon, and they played that. And so I suppose that my point is that, like, with all this information, people are going to find it in different ways, and they might like something that they might not have found otherwise.
Sure. So I mean, in the sense that the singles got obvious single natures to it. This particular song was kind of in the way the one that I gravitated towards. So we're gonna have a look at the video. Oh, tell me about the video. The video is amazing.
I made that.
You made it yourself?
In my my
that's
home.
even better. Fantastic. And is it stop motion stuff or?
Yeah, I was just experimenting, and I don't really have a lot of equipment or anything here, so it's really nice to actually be limited. So and it kind of just came out. I didn't expect it to be as popular, because I kind of thought it's pretty shit. It's sort of like naive art, so people like that, I suppose. But but I didn't
very
expect
intentionally naive, so people love that.
Yeah.
No, it's wonderful.
It's naive because I'm not good, but people really seem to take to it.
Well, we're going to leave it on that absurdly self-deprecating and inaccurate note, and we're going to have a look at I See a Demon, and we're going to see you here very shortly in the Workmen's Club on the 1st of May in Dublin, and then we're going to put up the website so that people can keep up with what you're doing.
Great, thanks.
See you soon.
See you soon.